Apa tahu tak apa yang aku paling rindu pasal Malaysia? Yang pertama, aku rindu nak mandi hari-hari. Aku rindu nak lintas jalan pakai tangan je. Dekat Malaysia kan hampa lintas guna power of the hand kan. Just buat macam ni habis. Dekat luar ni 10 minit tangan aku dah sejuk buku walaupun aku pakai glove.
Cakap bahasa Melayu.
Jumai macam ni jumpa orang Malaysia pula. Alamak.
Living in a different place, especially a place like Malaysia, is the quality of life in terms of
Halo, hai teman-teman, apa kabar? Semoga senantiasa diberikan kesehatan, dipermudahkan, dilancarkan segala urusannya. Yang pastinya semangat untuk menjalani hari-hari ini ya. Sari juga pernah bahas juga dia pasal seorang gadis Tajikistan yang beliau ini itu fasih berbahasa Melayu dan juga punya logat utara juga. Nah, dia itu sudah habis belajar di Malaysia ini dan akhirnya dia balik ke tanah airnya di Tajikistan. Kalau kita balik ke negara asal kita kan mesti ada sesuatu hal yang kita rindukan. Macam dia contohnya daripada Malaysia, dia belajar di sini bertahun-tahun, dia menimba ilmu, mesti ada sesuatu yang dia rindukan. Apa je ya yang dia rindukan itu? Ini Sari dengar itu sangat spesial ya, beza daripada yang lain. Oke, kita dengarkan sama-sama video ini. Cium.
Hampa tahu tak apa yang aku paling rindu pasal Malaysia? Yang pertama, aku rindu nak mandi hari-hari. Kat Tajikistan kan tengah salji, so kami actually tak mandi hari-hari pun. Kami mandi 2 minggu sekali ataupun seminggu sekali. Yang kali terakhir aku mandi, aku keluar lepas tu terus sakit demam seminggu. So itulah yang akan jadi kalau hampa mandi hari-hari bila winter macam ni kat Tajikistan. Yang kedua, aku rindu nak pakai baju satu lapis. Bila winter dekat Tajikistan ni, dia akan jadi like sangat-sangat sejuk and hampa kena pakai paling kurang 3 layer, 2-3 layer. So sekarang ni yang aku pakai ni adalah 3 layer tau. And aku rasa sangat-sangat berat, okay?
Berat ya?
Berat aku biasanya 37 kilo tau. Tapi my Tajikistan pakai semua ni auto jadi 40-45 kilo, okay? And yang ketiga, aku rindu nak lintas jalan pakai tangan je. Dekat Malaysia kan hampa lintas guna power of the hand kan. Just buat macam ni habis semua kereta akan berhenti. Dekat Tajikistan, jangan harap. Kat Tajikistan kau cuba lintas jalan tu pakai tangan, tak adanya. Lepas 2 saat kau jadi roti canai atas jalan.
Hal-hal yang dirindukannya sangat spesial ya. Yang pertama katanya tuh dia rindu setiap hari mandi. Kalau kita di sini kan 1 hari 2 kali, ada juga 3 kali 1 hari ya kan. Oke. Tapi kalau dia dekat Tajikistan, ini lagi musim salji kan, sangat sejuk. Katanya, Sari terkejut ya. Katanya 2 minggu 1 kali je mandi. Kalau dia mandi, auto dia tadi katanya demam jadinya.
Untuk yang kata mandi seminggu sekali masa winter tu busuk lah apalah, mai aku tunjuk kenapa kami mandi seminggu sekali. Ini bilik mandi kat rumah kampung aku. Tak cantik? Ya. Tapi nak buat macam mana? Dah nama pun kampung kan? Bilik mandi kami ni ada fireplace. So sebelum mandi kami kena buat api dalam benda ni and biar satu bilik ni panas dulu. Lepas tu kena masak air panas banyak-banyak sebab time ni lah semua ahli keluarga akan mandi. Lepas tu mandilah. Tapi nak kena mandi tu kena campur air panas and air sejuk untuk bagi dia suam. Tak naklah kulit burn lagi kan? Lepas dah mandi kena jalan masuk rumah balik time tengah salji kat luar macam ni. Rumah bukan sebelah bilik mandi tau. Jauh kat sana tu. Dalam rumah pun kena buat api supaya tak jatuh sakit. Buat semua ni dia makan masa berjam-jam juga je, bukan sekejap je. Winter kan sejuk, so kita tak berpeluh pun bila jalan dekat luar and badan kita tak berbau, sebab tu lah tak payah nak mandi hari-hari. So masih lagi kena mandi hari-hari ke guys?
Oke, yang kedua tadi katanya pakai baju 1 lapis. Yalah kan, kini kita panas kan. Tapi kalau di sana mestilah baju berlapis-lapis untuk supaya menghangatkan badan kita karena musim salji sangat-sangat dingin. Walaupun Sari belum pernah merasakan lah ya. Kan Genting Highland saja sana yang macam 18 derajat Celcius macam tu je pun Sari rasa sudah sangat sejuk kalau tak pakai jaket. Apatah lagi mereka minus-minus ya kan. Ketiga katanya rindu dia power of hand. Ya kan ini biasa kalau orang-orang Malaysia mesti sudah tahu makan. Tapi kalau dekat Tajikistan tadi katanya kita tak boleh gunakan power of hand. Nanti jadi roti canai ya, penyet maksudnya. Kan lagi ya pengalaman dia di Tajikistan selanjutnya. Best juga ini ceritanya kan. Oke, dekat sana itu di orang ini tengah musim salji kan. Mestilah berapa derajat Celcius ini ya, minus berapa ini ya. Wow, tak tahu lah ya boleh tahan ke tak. Mesti pakai baju berlapis-lapis ya kan, pakai shawl, pakai topi, pakai ini sarung tangan dan lain-lainnya. Oke teman-teman, sebetulnya syok ke tak ya duduk dekat negara yang ada musim saljinya, karena Sari pun belum pernah coba lagi. Nah, ini ada kisahnya, hidup kat negara bersalji tak seronok. Kenapa tak seronok pula kan? Kalau kita ini macam Sari ya kan tak pernah ke sana, pasti Sari rasa teringin pergi sana, boleh main salji. Oke teman-teman, kita dengarkan ya pengalaman daripada dia langsung.
Hidup dekat negara bersalji tak seronok ya guys. Aku dah duduk dekat luar ni 10 minit, tangan aku dah sejuk buku walaupun aku pakai glove and aku tak main salji pun. Just jalan kat luar ni. Apa tengok ni ya, kalau aku buka glove aku, tangan aku dah sejuk gila, aku nampak merah.
Wow.
And aku tak boleh nak gerak sangat. Yang paling penting, tangan aku tengah sakit gila-gila. Aku gerak ni sakit, aku tak gerak pun sakit. Semua sakit. So kesimpulannya, kalau datang holiday kat negara bersalji, pilihlah glove yang elok, okay? Okay, so aku dekat aku dekat Tajikistan dan
Ini orang Tajikistan tinggal di Malaysia cakap bahasa Melayu.
main Tajikistan jumpa orang Malaysia pula. Alamak.
Wah.
Sama orang KL. So datang sini bercuti?
Ya, cuti.
Berapa lama?
16 hari.
16 hari.
Yes.
Wah, nak pergi sini ke sampai pagi di sana?
Tak, Duhansbe 3 hari.
3 hari.
Lepas tu pergi Kazakhstan, Amati.
Wah.
Amati.
Okay.
3 hari.
Alright. Okay.
Nah, ini video selanjutnya ada satu lagi nih ya. Ini adalah seorang Minah Saleh. Dia akan sharing kepada kita 5 benda, 5 things yang dia rindukan about Malaysia. Oke teman-teman, kira-kira apa-apa saja itu ya? Apakah berbeda tadi dengan Tajikistan atau ada persamaannya juga? Oke, jom mari kita dengarkan video yang satu ini.
Hi friends, and welcome back to Amanda Muse. Today we are in a bit of an echoey room and I can't figure out the lighting, so I look a little washed out. I apologize in advance. But I'm filming a video and that's always a good thing. If you guys are following my weekly vlogs, then you know I am in the process of leaving Malaysia. It is a giant undertaking considering we're selling pretty much everything we own. It's a little bit crazy. So yeah, good times. And of course, as I'm leaving, I've been thinking more and more about things that I'm going to miss about this place, because there is plenty that you become accustomed to, that you miss, that you enjoy. There's a lot you don't enjoy, but let's stay on the up and up. So today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I'm going to miss about my life here in Malaysia.
What's that?
The first thing, obviously, is the weather. It is really lovely all of the time. It's really hot all of the time, and that has its downsides. But I would suggest that most of the time it is beautiful blue skies, like gorgeous summer weather, and that's amazing. I'm really gonna miss that. Generally speaking, it's super easy to function with kids in the heat. They have one wardrobe, you have one wardrobe, sandals, sunblock, hats. I mean, you're not dealing with snowsuits. I'm gonna miss it. Summer life is easy life, and I'm gonna miss that. There's something very laid back about just like summertime and what that brings. You've got beautiful sunsets. I think it goes without saying, I'm gonna miss the weather. The second thing is the expat community, the ease in which one makes friends when you are a foreigner in a foreign place. It's amazing. Like, you meet people and you're like, hey, I like you, you're cool, let's trade numbers, let's hang out on Tuesday. Like, it's really that easy. The third thing, I suppose, it's kind of related to the first one, but I live on an island. I live in Penang, and it's just so laid back, so chill. It's got that island vibe, so you can still go to the beach and relax, and people drive slow, like really slow sometimes. I feel like it's kind of backdated. Like, how could I explain that? I feel like it was really kicking here in the 70s and the 80s and stuff, and I feel like it kind of still exists in that time, and there's something very what's the word I'm looking for? Charismatic. It has a lot of character. Penang has a lot of character, and I'm really going to miss the city itself. I mean, Georgetown is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so there's just the beauty in that, and then there's like little India. Then there's also Sephora and the big stores that make you feel like you're living in a big city, so I'm really going to miss the city itself.
Penang,
The fourth thing is the quality of life. Yes, when you live abroad and you live away from your family, there's a lot that you give up, I suppose, in terms of help from family members, help from friends, support group, things you're accustomed to. Like, there's a whack of stuff. But one thing that you gain living in a different place, especially a place like Malaysia, is the quality of life in terms of the size of your house. I talked about a lot of this in the Reasons I Love Malaysia video. So just to kind of summarize, it's just your money goes far as a foreigner in Malaysia, depending on your type of job. So we have a really nice big place. We are able to afford help. So I have somebody come and clean my house a few times a week, and I also have a babysitter a few times a week. So I feel like living overseas, yes, there's a lot you give up, but then there's also a lot that you gain. So it really depends on your lifestyle, but I will for certain miss all of the help that I have here, and I've really begun to rely on it heavily. So I'm really going to miss it. Like, really gonna miss it. And also
sangat ya.
not just having the help, but what the help means, right? Like, that allows me to have a little bit of time to myself, which I think and value is really important to me as a person. Is like, I like to go out and have a little bit of time to myself, to have a coffee or get a pedicure or just film a video. Like, these kinds of things are really difficult to do when you have 2 children running around. So I'm not sure where we're going to be next, and I don't know what our lifestyle will be like, but I know for sure when I look back on my life here in Malaysia, this is going to be, it's something very different. I didn't grow up with help. Are you kidding me? Both my parents worked. In fact, my 3 parents, because I have a stepdad, everybody worked, you know? We didn't have that liberty to have mom at home at the end of the day waiting with like fresh baked cookies and things. Mom was busy pulling in a 9-hour day. So it's just a different type of life, and I really, really like it. So I feel very blessed to have been able to experience this, and I know I'm really going to miss it when I go.
Okay.
And the last thing,
Kelima, ya?
it's kind of a weird one, but I'm actually going to miss things I didn't get to do more of. For me personally, having 2 small children, I made a decision that I just don't like to go out and do a lot of stuff with them. I like nap time. I like my kids to be rested and fed and have a lot of quiet time. I like to have quiet time, so that's important to me. I don't like to be all about bustle and hustling in the day, in the heat, because it's really hot, with 2 kids around town sightseeing.
susah ya
It's just
punya
not my
anak
thing.
ini.
I'm actually going to miss things I didn't really get a chance to do more of, like hit up the night market a little bit more, or, you know, eat at more hawker stalls or hawker food centers, travel a little bit more around this part of the world. I did do a lot of travel, but there's more I could do. I didn't do many parties on the beach. I didn't, you know, party in Batu Ferringhi at nighttime with like a bunch of friends. Like, I just never did that stuff. The season of my life is not exactly partying. I have 2 small children. It's a different time of my life. So I think I'm going to miss things, just spending time with certain friends or spending more time with those friends, those kinds of things. I know I tend not to live in regret, but I know I'm going to be like, darn it, I wish I'd done more of that, you know? Those are just a few things I'm going to miss about my life here in Malaysia. I'm sure there's going to be many more, but those 5 just came to my head last night as I was drifting off to sleep. And I figured you guys might be curious, because I do talk about my life here and I do vlog about it, but sometimes I don't get to like just articulate the small things. So that is the scoop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Catch me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and of course here 3 times a week. So subscribe, click the button. Where is it? Somewhere around here.
Okay, don't forget
I'll see you
to
guys in the next
subscribe.
one. Bye.
Bye, thank you for sharing. Nah, itu tadi yang diceritakannya, sharingnya 5 hal yang dia rasa sangat rindu nanti akan meninggalkan Malaysia. Dia ya, sebelumnya mungkin di sini dia ada sesuatu kerja, membawa anak dan juga family-nya di sini. Habis sudah masanya dia harus balik ke tanah airnya ya, mungkin Amerika lah ya. Sari tak pasti lagi. Berapa yang sudah dikasih taunya. Yang pertama tadi dia ceritakan dia di sini suka cuacanya ya. Kita di sini agak-agak panas juga, apalagi dekat Penang kan, dekat dengan pantai. Mereka menyukai itu. Katanya tak perlu kita pakai baju salji yang berat-berat macam video yang pertama yang Tajikistan tadi itu. Boleh pakai baju satu lapis saja. Baju-baju t-shirt dah boleh dah. Tapi kalau di sana kena semua kita pakai ya kan, baju berlapis-lapis, pakai topi, pakai perlengkapan lengkap kalau lagi salji. Nah, itu yang membuat dia suka cuacanya katanya. Nah, kebetulan dia itu tinggal di Penang. Biasanya kalau Minah Saleh atau Mat Saleh itu kan suka dengan pantai-pantai kan. Memang ngam lah ya dekat Penang mereka tinggal. Lihat pun ramai juga ya orang-orang yang bekerja, ada juga yang retired ya. Mereka memilih dekat Penang sana karena di sana itu kan bukan macam KL, Kuala Lumpur kan, city, big city, bukan. Jadi sana itu kehidupannya tuh lebih tenang, walaupun bukan macam di kampung sangat. Tetap ada juga tadi shopping-shopping besar, ada Sephora dan barang-barang branded itu juga senang untuk dijumpai dekat sana. Nah, itu tadi katanya ya. Oke, so itu saja ya video kali ini. Bagaimana tanggapan korang semua? Tapi kan kalau kita macam udah biasa udara panas macam ini, kita pula yang teringin pergi yang tepat sejuk, salji-salji. Di orang yang sudah biasa macam sejuk, salji, mereka yang mau ke sini. Macam itulah kehidupan ya. Oke, so segitu aja video kali ini. Terima kasih buat korang yang selalu senantiasa support Sari sampai sekarang. Jangan lupa untuk bagi like-nya untuk video kali ini, dan juga jangan lupa untuk subscribe channel ini, tanda kalian support Sari supaya tahun ini kita boleh mencapai 100.000 subscriber. Oke, terima kasih sekali lagi. See you on my next video. Bye.